Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to dev stream number 23, called Splosions and stuff. With me today, as you can see in the little stream overlay pictures, of course, my good friend.
I'm air guitar like you wouldn't believe, folks. Oh my god, the air guitar is real.
And he's been on cocaine for the entire evening already, so this should be fun.
Hey, guys.
So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to work on Splosions. I don't know what the hell Girl's going to work on, because, you know, he kind of just does his own thing. And he has a lot of changes to reconcile with the build, don't you, buddy?
Grr. Arg.
Gar.
Well,
Taizan wants shuttles. Yeah, shuttles will come soon, Taizan.
The first thing I'm going to do is stash save and then pull your changes.
How to break your own personal build in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to need some...
Uh-oh. Centurion has an ability suggestion for the Centurion. This isn't...
Have
you got music on?
No, because I'm working on sounds as well, so music was not, conductive. I think this is...
It's going to be so quiet, though. We're just going to
It'll be fine. We'll make mouth noises.
I'll get the air guitar back out. Hang on. We're not right, Max. We need to get ourselves sorted out.
No, we definitely don't need to get ourselves sorted out. Sound effects, not sound data.
What's your ability suggestion for the Constitution then, Centurion?
Yeah. Well, also, hello, Draconian, Chief, Centurion, Taizan, and oh my god, somebody subscribed and it's scaring. Who was it? Cryptic!
What's up, Crypt?
Hello! AOTF, but it's an 80s cop show.
I always believe in my soul. You've got the power to know.
You're indestructible. Always believe it. Oh wow, that was perfectly in sync on my end.
Don't break my string file again. Hey, don't you start.
Don't break my string. My achy breaky string. I don't even think you'd understand. And if you break my string, my achy breaky string.
Last week, Admiral Savall, you missed it.
Yes, Savall, we released last week. It's just, you're not allowed to see it because we blocked you from downloading it. Right, I added a sound. Ah, yes. Fed ability.
What are all these changes since last time I pulled? Oh, good.
Lots.
That appears to be accurate. Not happy with this. Chief, have you made any changes to player Klee? Because I made some changes. And I would like to push my changes in there.
Forward shield weapons, possibly a movement buff or some combination of 2 out of 3. Cochrane Deceleration. Oh, I really like that name, though.
That's Centurion? Name, but I don't think forward shield is something that was really kind of... It was ever pushed using the Constitution.
Cryptic, I would love to sing that. But I don't want to have no more viewers forever anymore.
Ken Lee, leap-a-doop without you.
Because I can't live with that. Oh god, what did I call this ability?
Was that you too?
Yeah.
You pillock. Go ahead and push them. Well, I can't push them because you've changed some of the files that I've changed, so I need to put my changes in your files first, you see. And not just you, by the way, Chief.
Yeah, because you are gold.
Also, Maximus Decimus Bloody Aurelius.
Boom, 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 boom.
I want you in my room.
We are number one.
Oh, God.
Don't want to close my eye.
Oh, Jesus wept.
Don't want to fall asleep
Filters first in the Bible,
because you're
folks.
gonna see explosions, and I don't want to miss a thing.
So, what are you doing with the explosions? Why don't you explain that to the folks before we?
I make them pretty, and they go boom, and well, there's a thing, right? I had a really productive weekend this weekend,
Right.
and as some of the people that follow the project for a while now should know, I basically finished all the Federation abilities. Yeah, so I did that with effects and everything, and sounds and particles. So yeah, they're done.
Only for the feds, though.
Yeah. Oh, and I need to crit Fed buff.
I was waiting for I hate you!
Fed buff, repair, frig, cap yard, and titan yard. I need to edit those real quick. Because our
Okay, that one's
pilots.
changed. What have I changed about you? Ah, this.
Apply the sound to that. Look at that menu, folks. So look at that. Oh yeah, and Master Chief here basically made all the description strings. Shuttlecraft, but when it explodes and turns into a Constitution glass. I can do that. Don't make me, Dalek.
Oh no. Giving him ideas, I've found to my cost, is possibly the worst thing that you could do in this life.
Sorry about that.
No, it's quite all right. You just continue with the madness. Continue with the madness.
Madness. Madness.
This is Sparta.
Just don't break my heart. My achy, breaky heart.
You've got an obsession with that song today.
Just tweaking a bit of abilities real quick, fixing their particle effects. Because I forgot to do that, so I'm just doing that now. Apply the sound to all of the ears. Make the sound go here to her there. There we go, done. Single player. Dev test map. And then we're gonna make everything Federation. Then we're gonna add a Klingon enemy.
Klingon enema.
Yeah, Klingon enema. It's like an enema with spikes.
Sounds deeply uncomfortable, my friend.
That's definitely gonna go deep, that's one thing for sure.
Oh my. Nid Gavin bohet moithis, Ira bid I bedlai man.
Stop speaking foreign, you.
Oh, you never let me do anything.
En nu zitten we hier in het oude strandhuis. Wat je vertelt houdt me nuchter en warm.
Is it wrong that I quite like Dutch noises?
Yes, it's very wrong. Most people think that it sounds like that, you know, you're having a cold. And you're coughing. And I don't mean the Pokemon. Coughing! Whee!
Wheezing.
Wheezing! Whee! Alright. Klingon enema is just prune juice in a needle. Accurate. You know, it's a warrior's drink.
Sounds very uncomfortable.
I gotta love the low times of this.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Doodly doo.
I've got a lovely bunch of Dragon Balls. Here they all just sitting in a bunch.
Bling, bling,
3-star, 4-star, all the size of your head. You'll give him a toss a planet across the town. Vegeta wins. Bye-bye. And we're loaded in game.
There aren't many people watching. We're not making a good name for ourselves.
It's about 10 people, so yeah. So now we've got ships, so we're going to send those out later to, you know, make explosions.
Mm-hmm.
So first things first, I've got to show that like the get her done icon is now gone. It's still get her undone, which is still there.
Get her angry eyebrows. I was very proud of myself with that, turning the mouth upside down and giving angry eyebrows.
I was very proud of you that you did that. So let's send it out to build some stuff. Now, unfortunately, due to game limitations, okay, follow you then. Now, if you look closely, it's kind of hard in this lighting. Yeah, hold up, let me pause it.
What kind of banner do you want, Draconian?
Look at that, guys!
I can probably make you something.
It's little worker bees. Oh God, I lost them.
Are you showing them the buzzy buzzers?
Yep, they're just buzzing around there. Copyright strike if y'all trying to sing off key again. This is all accurate. And now, as you see, while this station is under construction, let me try and pause it because you can hardly see it. Let's see if we can find one in a good view. I need to find different backgrounds, maybe, possibly, because these ones make everything hard to see. Come on, where are you? There's one of the little bastards. You see, they'll go just zipping about the station. Not the bees, says Taizan. So now it's under construction, and you'll see, look, there's a whole lot of bees just buzzing about.
Cryptic's encouraging me. Close. Yeah, go on. What would it sound like if you were to sing what Cryptic's just said?
In Dutch.
Yeah, do it.
It's not Dutch, so...
I know. Just do it with a Dutch accent. You'll be all right.
Mij hen verlaat fij hadau ein anwil imi.
Actually, that isn't that far off Welsh. So, my hen lad van hatai and anwil ev.
No, that's me, not a V. It's you know, you could have a V if you put it backwards. The Dutch says over here.
It's a V. Or knee. It wouldn't be me.
Did you say knee?
I am the knight who says.
Right, so you all were curious about explosions, if I'm not mistaken, right? I've got this little dev console, which allows me to do this. Oh.
Crash the game.
Look at that, folks.
Oh, did you keep a copy of the silly explosion that you made yesterday? The game cracker. Looking good.
So that's gone now. Yeah, it's gone. It's all gone. And this is something we're planning to do. This is just this is a temporary, like, we're going to show something special because unlike STA3, not all ships will have debris. We're going to do something different though. We're going to do this. Shit's on fire, yo. So yeah, there's a broken station there. Alright, Cryptic, stop that. That's foreign, and you could be... We don't want to know when you're going to attack the Holy Land.
Oh, Master Chief.
So yeah, like I was saying, like we're planning not to do every ship, but we're planning to have most stations to have a debris, because they're bigger things than, you know, a ship, and it looks more impressive after a battle, you know, that you have just this hulk of a station still lying about. Alright, anyway, let's have a look at some of the ship explosions. So let's kill some whatever's out here, which will also give me a chance to show off some of the ability effects.
Ah, fair enough. All right, all is forgiven, Chief. I can see many Orion fixes in here, though.
Epic music! Also, the NX has gotten its Substance Painter treatment as... let's have a little zoom in on that. Look at that. Ah!
I don't like the noise you just made.
You liked it last night.
Oh, why?
Why? Because you said you liked it. Don't go, oh, why on me now.
Clear research.
I'm sorry, Draconian, you're obviously confusing Gull with Damar. Thank you. Hey, thanks, Dolly Nick. Haven't seen you on these streams before.
Dolly Nick?
Yeah.
Doesn't he mod the bollocks off things as well?
Yeah. I'm thinking, not mistaken, Star Wars and Stargate stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go ability nuts on
Sure,
this.
I've had some of his stuff at some point.
So, yeah, let's target engines. So yeah, look, engines are damage of that thing now. Oh yeah, he's knackered. Overload phase cannons on that one. And you, suppressive fire on that a suppressive fire, what it does is it basically forces a ship to attack another ship. So in this case, the Norscan ship is force attacking that Neptune class. And it can be indicated by this little icon on the ship and that being having another icon on it, and it will say is force attacking. It'll also decrease its fire rate. Oh look, there goes one. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to it.
Do you know what class the L5 Hunter is?
Destroyer.
Thanks.
Well, you see, these ability effects, Taizan, don't last the entire duration of the ability. So they're just a kind of quick indicator, so they usually last about 5 to 10 seconds. Just to show you how they kind of do their thing. They're actually less intrusive on the abilities than A3's effects.
Enterprise to fleet. Take us into war.
And what about the L3? What's that? The Durus? Anti-fighter or something?
I ain't got a bloody clue, mate.
Is that the Corvette?
Check the bloody sheet. I think we named it all on that.
I've never.
Check the sheet!
I'll never check
the sheet! Also, folks, now you're going to encounter the Breen, but not the Breen, because, you know, they're labeled as unknown, but they're obviously the Breen.
Found it.
Now, what we're also going to do in this event...
I need to do Klingon voices. It's driving me insane.
Mr. Dalek, we will not be able to do... You will not be able to have that, unfortunately. The refit system works similar to the Columbia, as to the Lakota, as it did in A3. So let's spawn a Yorktown along with it in order to fight them. Let's give that the colonize ability. And let's also spawn a... Yeah, let's spawn that, and that, and that, and that. Got some more ships. We have a new ship for the fleet. Oh yeah, also the something we changed a while back is the Poseidon class no longer fires photons. The Poseidon class fires spatial torpedoes.
That's good.
And of course the this beauty has gone through Substance Painter as well. Well, the sound effects are practically the same.
Status report.
But also let's fire a high yield torpedo, which still is a photon, by the way, which will stay. And this beauty, now this is going to be fun. See if we can kind of anticipate its movements.
Hey, you can. We're doing well, thank you.
There we go. With a bit of luck, that mine will activate and come on. Oh yeah! Ha ha!
Didn't like that. I did a lot of damage. Is this maxi balanced?
Yes, it is.
Okay. We'll go through that after. Oh my.
Yeah, no, like I can kind of see that why you'd think that. Also, make it do more damage. See, oh yeah, it's all gone. It's all good. Bye-bye.
I think showing some Suliban ones might be nice.
Well, we're going to do that in a bit because we're going to show something else first.
Okay.
Let's move you up here. And let's begin colonization.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Look at that, it's a little shuttle that left the ship. Now to those... Now, this is going to take a few seconds. But once they hit the planet...
Have you got needs to face object on?
I don't know if I do on colonization. I don't think I do.
I'll tell you what, let me just check that while you're doing that.
Just give it a second for it to pop up. Oh, there we go. Just like an A3, you'll have the nice pop-ups. However, they're a bit more detailed this time round. Colony site located. Prepping landing. Entering atmosphere. Landing site locked. The better the colony ship, the more shuttles that get launched.
I've changed that to needs to face target just so it makes a bit more sense.
I might make this effect slightly bigger to make it easier to see. Right, now we're going to just explore the entire map to show you some more stuff because I need to find a certain system. There we go. I need one with neutral capturable asteroid bases. But unfortunately, this place has a bit of Ferengi in it. So what capital ship shall we... You know what, let's spawn a Constitution.
Ready to provide cover for the fleet.
Hello! Let's give this an ability. Let's give it match frequencies and overcharge weapons. Overcharge weapons! And match frequencies.
I like the simplicity of the abilities this time around, like the way that they look. Not these massive things that cover about 50 ships anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be possible to have the icons show a different amount of people depending on the max level of the population of the
Nope.
planet? No. It doesn't take anything on from the planet. It only pushes things to the planet, so you wouldn't be able to have it infer.
Swing around the asteroid. Or go through it. Sin's limitations. Phase cloak initiated. This episode called Pegasus. Overcharge weapons again. Pair advanced shuttles.
I really like the Ferengi weapons.
Thank you. God, this shot does look very TOS-y though, with like the asteroid field.
Hmm.
Come about.
Open
Finish
RA
him.
is a free strategy game.
Concentrate fire on the one getting away. Shuttles have launched. Constitution to fleet. Hostiles terminated. Right, so let's spawn in a colony ship in order to capture these neutral stations. Yeah, it's doing its thing now. As you can see already, it's got a nice little icon of a transport away team. And, well, it's going to look familiar and sound familiar to a bunch of you. Only now it's on both targets and the ship. And it's mine. Yeah, we can thank Geronimo from the Empire at War community for those asteroids. He kindly donated them to the mod. Right, now some of you were asking about a bombardment effect, weren't you? Like they wanted to see like a boom boom effect. So yeah, why not give people what they want?
Boomity boom.
Yeah. Let's spawn a capital ship. And the capital ships that can bombard a planet are the attack ship and the carrier. And the frigates that can bombard planets are carriers and siege frigates. So, what sound effect are you on about, Centurion? Anyway, let's get ready for planetary... Yeah, there's no proper Enterprise era sound effect that is out there. Uh-oh. There we go. Ships have spawned. Set a course to bombard the planet. Or... Actually, let's not bombard it. Time to invade the planet. Also, the gorgeous substance painted ship. Oh. Let's pay attention to the Geronimo here. Begin planetary invasion. Launch the attack shuttles. Mako troops on board. Planetfall is underway. have a look what it actually says when it attacks a planet. Oh. Trying to get the camera right. Ground target acquired. Beginning descent. Landing. Deploying forces. As you'll see, they'll all launch out of the shuttle bay. On these on this ship, they actually launch from both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh well, we won. Now these stations, unfortunately, I don't think have the explosion effect yet. They don't have a. I think they still have the stock one. Yep, that's still stock. However, these little trade ships this ship has also gone through a substance painter pass. A bit more grungy than it was before. Kelvin hasn't, but she looks gorgeous. Yes, but they aren't researched yet, Overseer. Let's say I were to spawn some Klingon ships. Now they do have explosions. So that should be a combat situation. What the hell's going on with her? Okay, that's new. No, Daedalus!
Like otherwise, I didn't want to face the Klingons this time. Good old Darth Visor.
Ah, its abilities are disabled.
What's the fella called? Alec
Peters?
Alec Peters.
Fire at will!
I'll tell you what, I've got him on Facebook and he doesn't half pipe up about political stuff, like every 5 seconds.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not annoying at all.
Oh, God, it's great. It drives me insane. Like, the only reason I've got him on Facebook is because I like the productions that he does and I respect him as a creator. And it's all well and good him having his political opinions, but it drives me up the bloody wall because he's pushing it every 5 seconds and I'm like, I'm not in America, leave me alone.
Yeah, you don't post about Brexit all the time.
Oh, God, it would go on deaf ears anyway. And a lot of my friends are international as well. They don't give a shit about Brexit.
Oh no.
Oh, 9.
Gewaffen! Siegerpistole!
Chief says, I don't do politics. Yeah. Best way forward, really, isn't it? I think the only way that people really need to do their politics is talk with your peers.
In the bedroom.
That too, yeah. Talk with your peers about it by all means.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
But don't talk to a wider audience. The wider audience...
Take out that Klingon carrier.
Yeah, the wider audience doesn't give a shit about your opinion. That's the truth of it. Your friends probably do care about your opinion, so talk to them by all means if you want to talk politics. And in addition to that, the way that you really do politics is you cast your vote. That's how it works. That's how you do your politics. You don't need to talk about it incessantly. You cast your vote and hope for the best.
Target that D6. Whatever's left. Oh, Garth. Go on, in your final breath, finish him off. Oh yeah.
Did you say, oh, snap?
No, Mr. Geronimo, no.
Well, you're having a good time with all these deaths. What's cooking, Chief?
Oh, look at that. There's the record of Geronimo. Charming to the last. Who's left? This ugly mug. And how we're going to deal with this one. Yeah! How are you going to do now, Klingons?
Sausage, eggs, and tatties. Ooh, no.
Goodbye, Negvar, not Negvar. Or should I call you Notvar?
Oh. Overseer wants you to research the new poo-poo cannons.
That would require effort. Do we want to put effort into this?
Always.
Oh, he's coming about, eh? He's got guts. We are the superior base.
Our orders, Commander.
Look, there they are. Attack! Like real cool kids looking away from the explosion. Yes, Centurion. Hey, Aurelius. Right. So, Gull, what are you working on?
Researchy things.
What have you got to show for yourself?
Not a lot. Oh, quick! I know what to do.
Oh, I forgot to research the pew-pews. I'm sorry. I will show you something in a bit. And again,
I know exactly what I need to do right now.
Yeah, research.
I'm just going to push a few of these changes before anybody else.
Yes, Centurion. It's TOS through TMP for AOTF2. You will have a squadron of multiple Constitution classes. AOTF2 will be called AOTF2 Electric Bugaloo.
Will it though?
Well, the It Broke 2 is called Electric Bugaloo.
Yeah, so I'm sharing my screen with you now.
Garak. Actually, Centurion, we have a lot of stuff already planned for Sins for AOTF2.
Yeah, so right now, all I'm doing is I'm just tying some of these researchers together in a way that I feel is appropriate.
That's good.
Yeah, I might tie that one to that one.
Might want to make them as connected as the Federation tree because, you know, the Federation tree is quite interconnected.
Yeah, I'm in the process of doing that, and it's just a matter of making sure that I'm able to use arrows that work. Because, for example, a little bit earlier, I had this one. I had this ship, the K4 Raptor, requiring the L3 Duras.
Yeah.
But there isn't an arrow that goes upwards, only downwards.
That's stupid.
There's lots of explosions happening. Calm yourselves, ships. Who have I got here attacking me? Bloody Orions.
Pirates!
Bloody Orions coming into my house.
Just spawn a couple of D7s, mate.
I suppose I could do. Oh, God.
AOTF 2.5, Galronic Glory. Yes. Very much yes. Will it be voiced by Sulu? Maybe. Oh my.
This should deal with the pirates.
That doesn't deal.
Pirates dealt with. Okay, good.
Sir, we're detecting a ship fleet decloaking right behind us.
Oh, that's super cool, man.
But yeah, Centurion, we do have a lot of stuff planned for AOTF 2 in regards to also refitting ships, so TOS Constitution to a TMP Constitution with the weapons changing. And I've got a possible idea where you can upgrade the weapons separately from the ships. So you could have a TOS Constitution with TMP phasers, or a TMP Constitution with TOS phasers, depending on what research you go for.
But yes, so I'm just kind of rationalizing all these
if
things.
you could entertain these people for about 3 to 4 minutes, I've got to do something of the nature variety.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Yes, no problem at all. No problem at all. Right, so other things that I need to look at within this, I presume that you guys can see my screen at the moment. If you can't, well, that's a shame. Is, for example, we've got the Jehuk here, which is, I believe, it's either the long range or siege Klingon ship. I would like to have the Grethor effectively requiring it first as a research. But as we know, we can't do upward arrows. So I think I might move the Jehuk up here and then require a research prior to this one. So let's have a think about how to do that. We know that it is the way that you count your research is the first block is 0 and then 1, 2, 3. So we know it's 3 in the x-axis and then 0, 1, 2. 2 in the y-axis. Let's try and find it. I should have this open. There it is. Let's just get in here. And if we press K, I should be able to go to the Klingon bits. Klingon res mill is the usual thing. Now, as I say, I think it's either the siege cruiser or the long range siege. Let's see what we have research for. Long range cruiser. And yes, no, thank you. Let's see. Okay, so it's not the long range one. That's this one for the cruiser. Ship cruiser siege. That is 5 and 3. Which is this one. So it must be the siege frigate. Or long-range frigate. Ooh, let's check that one. Not that one either. What the bloody hell is it then? Shows I don't know much about the Klingon ships yet. No. Have we already got that one open? No. I will find it. And I will kill it. Two. Cruiser command, I think, should be this. Yeah. 3 and 1. So there's the Grethor. I'm going to need that one open anyway, so let's close some of these others. Okay. Can't be the frigate. Heavy frigate, possibly? It wouldn't stand to reason, I don't think. Are you a capital ship? What are you? D4? You might be a capital ship. Yeah, well, it doesn't stand to reason that way around then, does it? So if it's a capital ship, we're going to require it to have a research. So there's our colony one. Attack one should be later on in the tree. I imagine that is the D6. I think it's the carrier. Capital carrier. It's the capital carrier. So let's give it a prerequisite of some form, shall we? Get rid of this. There should be more. Yeah, the trouble is I simply don't recognize things yet. Let's grab this research prerequisite. Stick it here. And the research prerequisite we're going to need is the Grethor, which is, as we know, is the cruiser command. Copy it. Put it here. Pop it in there. Save. Now, I'm going to have to restart the game entirely, unfortunately for me. So let's do that. May as well do it via Steam. You can push all your work. I've pushed some. I'll have more to push after the end of this stream. So, yeah, don't do anything for the time being because I'm doing stuff with the ships, as are you. So that'll probably mess with each other's work. If you could leave it for the moment, that'd be great. You're going to try and fit in that TOS disruptor sound behind Max's back? Maybe. Well, as we know, the load times here are going to be absolutely atrocious, and for that I can apologise for. Go away, Steam community. I need to press something there. Thank you. Yeah, one thing I'm used to searching for is I'm used to searching for ships' names. And and because they've all got designations now instead, see, they're destroyer, long range, siege. I haven't really learnt the associations. I know all the ships' names, but I don't know what the associations are to what they actually do. So I don't know if the D4 is an attack capital ship, whether it's a heavy cruiser. I just don't know. I wish I did. But it slows me down quite a lot. Because Max made all these designations without without me working out what they were in the first place. It's actually a sheet that I should probably open. If I was to go to, I don't know, let's go to this Steam Workshop, the Borg. There we are. Let's move that away. Ages of the Federation, spreadsheets. We've got all of our ship types here, so I mean, this is probably something that I should really be looking at.
Hey, it's the sheet. The sheet.
The sheet.
The sheet.
I'm just trying to find our ship list.
It's like to the left. It's the
Is there further left? Oh, there
ships.
it is. Ships. Yeah, there you go. So that'll probably help me out. It's something I need to be looking at because I forget what all the ships are. Haven't we got something in the long range cruiser?
Yeah, we do.
aspect? Can we update
Is
it?
it-
Do you remember what it is?
No.
Okay.
Master Chief, why would you type that? I, Gowron!
Right, let's take a look. The long range.
DevStream 196. Go
it's
somewhere.
this
Travel
one.
back in
It's
time
the
looking for the right.
L5R.
Now, what was it called? The L5R?
L5R.
What about the name? Shush Kuchdush.
Yeah,
Kuchdush. Actually,
the
it's actually translated all from real Klingon.
the douche koosh.
Actually, no, I'm not even kidding. It's all translated to Klingon. It roughly translates to ship of long range.
Yeah, there you go. So command cruiser now requires the carrier, although that doesn't necessarily make a great deal of sense. It does make sense from the from a capital ship being required by a cruiser first. So yeah, that's fine. Oh, I'd forgotten that these had been worked on a bit.
Those are not the updated versions. Those are still yours. That's all still yours.
I thought some of them wasn't.
Ops hasn't pushed yet.
Oh, we've still got the magnificent kangaroo inside the
Starfleet Kangaroo.
Starfleet, the Staroo. Oh,
Yeah, we haven't done those yet. I knew that. It's
I
nothing
thought
new.
I had.
No, we haven't.
Oh, it's these that I did. Yeah. Okay.
I never rendered an icon for those stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Right. Anyhow, what's next? Let's take a look. We've got some ships which don't have prerequisites yet. The easiest way to find those is to look here. The D5 tanker. Let's try and find a spot for it.
I'd recommend that the D5 requires a D5 tanker.
I think that stands to reason for me, and I
So
need both
D5
of
tank-
those. And I also need something that connects to the Ravager. So I think I'll have perhaps the D5 here,
Really? The cruiser?
D5 here.
Really? Have you looked at where the Fed one's unlocked?
Hmm?
The Fed cruiser's like at the end or close to the end.
No, I don't want to do that.
Because
That's the D6. That's the heavy cruiser, isn't it? The light cruiser, the standard cruiser.
yeah, but the Cardenas is like
unlocks back.
way long in the. That's like gives the Klingons a way.
Yeah, the D6 is the Cardenas, basically, isn't it?
No, the D6 is the Ares.
Oh, for God's sake. I don't know then.
Let me
Mm,
start up my building and I'll show you.
the trouble is, I don't care. I just want to get it done, and I don't want to bother arguing with you about it.
Oh, I'm going to argue with you about it because if not, you're going to have to
How
change
about I
this all
move the
afterwards.
Ravagers down here then, and then I'll put them up here. That'll do.
Military Klingons are
I don't
military
mind if you
minded.
change them afterwards, as long as I don't have to do anything.
Oh yeah, but you'll have to do it. I'll just tell you to do it.
Well, you know that won't happen. Ravager was the support one. Let's take a look. Yes,
I don't know.
it was. I see that you suffer from the same thing as me in that regard. So we'll move this one down here. We'll have the tanker here.
So, Chris, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my build. I'm going to have my screen open, and you can see it, so we can have a look at the Klingon, the Federation and Klingon research trees in perspectiveness.
But I don't care.
Yes, you do.
Ship unlock. Cruiser.
La 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 la.
What would the D4 tanker be called?
It's the support cruiser. Support destroyer.
Right. Now that we've renamed it, let's. No, thank you. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put it at 4. Yep, and we'll put it at 0. That works for me. Do I require any prerequisites?
Sorry, how did you pronounce that?
Prerequisites? Not right now.
Prerequisites.
Prerequisites. Right, let's find the ship itself, which is the cruiser support. There it is. Open that up. And the reason that we're opening it up is so I can get a couple of pieces of information out of here. Get the HUD icon, grab it. Change the HUD icon on here, like so. And then here, the name string ID, we will find the stringy stuff. That's what they called it, isn't it? The stringy stuff.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
Ah, how dare you.
So yeah, error type not found. So yeah, look, if you look on my screen, Chris, the cruiser is on this bit. It's like the second. It's like the one first to last, second to last.
That stands to reason from where I put it now. I'm putting the D4 tanker here and then it there, so that's fine.
I mean, like it's in tier 7, like requires 7 stations.
Tier 6.
So, no, it's 7. Do we want to make it not equal to the Klink?
It's 6 for research. 7 is the last one because you start with tier 0.
Yeah, whatever. Sure.
Right.
Make it count. And the Ares, Ares is in.
Yeah.
Ares is in the same tier as the cruiser. So the D5 and 6 would be in the same one.
Okay, so the standard D4 is what? Cruiser heavy?
The D4 is the colony cap, which would be the Yorktown, which would be at tier 2 because it requires 3 military outposts.
I don't mean D4 in that case. I mean D5. D5 is cruiser heavy, is it?
Cruiser, yeah.
Cruiser, of course it is. Why would it
Oh,
be
it's a ship in the
anything
cruiser
else?
tab, and it's the cruiser.
Okay. Put that there. Cruiser. Grab this, open it up. No.
The only thing in the very last tier, by the way, should be the Devastator. Sorry, no, it shouldn't. It should be the tank cap, which is the Not Negvar, and the Titan. The
which are there, as you can see. See, I'm not that bad. 6
Devastator seems good as well.
6, and we'll also grab game info. Go to cruiser. Cruiser.
Whoa.
Grab this. Open it up.
This is like the Matrix one. This is like This is all the alternate dimensions with Gull in it. Goals, lots of goals.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing. There we go. Let's put that there. Put this here. Don't bother changing that until until Chief has done his bits. Okay, those are both fine, but we do need a research prerequisite. Let's go. 1. Steal this.
This goes through my head every time Gull does this kind of researchy stuff. This song goes through my head.
It's going to irk me, isn't it?
I'm just sitting there, you know, just getting angry. It's like, why do you make me do this?
I do get quite annoyed having to do all this stuff. I must admit.
I know, but it's, you know, you gotta have those balanced. It's just, you know, deep down inside.
Put that there. That will work.
You'll
that will
feel
work.
something.
And now we need to find the ships and bloody
Should go a
ourselves,
bit.
which we should have open. Oh my, that's quite toxic. Right, Clee Cruiser support. You're going to need a research prerequisite. Yep. Cruiser support. Yes, please. And we're actually going to paste the same thing on the Cruiser briefly. And then we're going to grab this rename. Paste it in there. Save.
Dolly Nick says research entities are tedious. I get annoyed too. Hey!
Yep, they're extremely irksome. Okay, let's grab these two because I'm.
Icons are worst. Nick.
Copy them, paste them in. Okay, and then we're going to find player clue. There it is. Go to the researches, grab this bit, shove that in there, shove that in there. It's now.
And then tell it what you want, what you really, really want.
I'd like to
And blow your house in.
I'd like to really zig-a-zig-ah.
If you wanna be my lover.
Okay, the player file is now updated. Last but probably not least, then we need to go to the entity manifest, open this up, and get another couple of these. So let's pop that in there, pop that in there. 257 now. And once again, we're going to do almost exactly the same thing, where we're going to highlight, rename, copy, paste. All of it should theoretically, in wild theory, be done now, but we have to exit the game in order to find out. So a lot of the changes that Max makes, he's quite fortunate in some respects. The changes that are visually made, they're often updated immediately. The changes that you make in things like research, in prerequisites, anything like that, I'll need to restart the game entirely in order to check. And if I don't check and I push it, invariably I've made a mistake.
Angry!
And again, Max bleeds out of his ears.
Well, I can't anymore. It's all crusted up now.
I was like, oh, that's good. At least you'll, save your blood.
What? I can't hear it. No. Not yet.
Icons are fine. What are you talking about? They're proper easy. You just bully Connor until he does them.
He doesn't do that anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Bring up local star charts.
You two are unusually random today. Well, sometimes it happens. I'm in a better mood than I've been for a while, so that's probably why. What is it you're looking at right now? I can see you pissing about with ships.
Just playing.
Yeah.
Tell me where to go. Awaiting orders. Change heading. Enterprise to fleet.
Right, let's have a look. There we go, look.
Let's have a look-see at goal screen. Hey, look at that. And you can tie the
yeah, I'll
D5
make it
to
bigger.
tie
So
the,
that's where they're going to live now.
yeah.
I've got a few more to do. Let's just see what else I've got to do. I need to do the F2, which is a
Light carrier.
light carrier. I need to do the Starbase Constructor. That's it?
And the heavy, the frigate. No, that's done. That's good.
Okay, so I've only got 2 ships left to do. Let's see where we can make those live. So the
Yeah.
what was this one?
Light carrier, I think.
Light carrier and Starbase Constructor. Light carrier somewhere around here.
Yes, I'm not looking, but I'll go for your judgment.
Right.
I'll have a look. I'll have a look where it said the light carrier on the Feds is the Kelvin, which is located in 0123. So it requires 4 stations in this.
Yeah, it's gonna make it a bit packed, but that's okay.
To be fair, on the Feds one, the third one's packed and the fourth one's got 3 in it.
Standard. What about the Starbase Constructor? Whereabouts is that living?
It
Probably
doesn't
fairly
yet.
early
It doesn't have any research tied to
Oh,
it.
I've not done one.
No, and neither does hasn't been and has the Envoy.
Well, the Envoy I was going to put in the manipulation tree, so that's probably why I haven't put it in. There.
Centurion, yes, but for gameplay purposes, no.
Ready for action. Prep all systems.
Okay, so I'll put that there. And the Starbase Constructor, I think we want star bases early on, and then we want the abilities in the same way that we have the Federation ones, right?
Prep all
Yeah.
systems.
The Federation ones, could you remind me, is it 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, and 7 that I've put them at, something like that?
What? Star bases.
Mm-hmm. I've done Starbase unlock researches. They'll be in the...
0, 1, yeah, 2, 3, 1, 3, yeah, 1, 3, 5, and 7.
Okay, so I'll put the Starbase Constructor itself at tier 0.
No, put it at tier 1. Same as the starbase itself.
That's going to be super duper full then. Who cares?
Well, you can always put it like slightly below, like around the starbase itself.
Aren't they in different trees? Because Space Frame is a different
No,
tree.
it's on the space. It's on the same page as starbases.
I
As
can't
ships.
believe I did this. I can't believe I've done this.
I can't believe you've done this. Gameplay balance, Centurion.
I'll put it here and then I'll have the star bases below. That'll do. Yep, okay. That works for me. Right, so let's grab cruiser carrier. Oh, can't spell. You carry on playing because nobody wants to watch me do this anymore.
I'll pop in from time to time. I'm not seeing worker bees. Are they inside the thing? Does that count as center?
Structure complete.
Good construction ship. Constructing things of stuff.
Destination set. Engage engine.
Now, how damaged are these ships? Yeah, you're pretty damaged. Send you back.
Course.
Planet development finished.
Prepare the colonists.
Okay, require that as a prerequisite.
Enterprise on station.
You are now going to be tier 3. Forgive me for talking to myself, folks.
That's alright. I did it as well.
It's more for the for the audience. I feel sorry for them because they're just hearing me jabber on.
So the D6 strength. But basically, Centurion, it's a, it's a gameplay consideration.
Yeah, for gameplay considerations, we can't have the races be overly unbalanced at any point. If we do,
It's just not fun to play.
Yeah, we'll kind of screw the game up for everybody playing. Like if suddenly everyone on the Klingon team's got a D6 when you've got, well, fuck all.
Adi, how about you go fuck yourself?
Yeah, that one.
Bring up local star charts. Standing by.
Get the fleet ready. Send the fleet back. We're gonna go. First, you go to the repair yards. Steady as she goes. Wow, she's badly damaged.
Still driving me mildly insane that I've put build button instead of build button on some things.
You can change that.
Never.
Because lazy. And look at that, it's a little worker bee train.
Okay. I'm just going to call it Cruiser SBC if you don't mind me doing that.
That's fine. There you go. That's being repaired. It's almost done.
Ready and able. Altering course.
No, Mr. Dalek, the Discovery looks like a pizza cutter.
I would like.
No, Centurion. It's just a gameplay consideration that it serves the same role as the Ares. It's the attack cap, so you know we can't have it be too overpowered.
Entering coordinates.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet. Structure complete.
Also, Chris, for the Feds, we're really going to need some research when it comes to resource unlocks soon.
Yep, that's not going to get done today though, because.
Oh no, it's not. I'm not expecting that to get done today.
And we need we need exactly the same thing for Klingons at the same time. So it's not just for the Feds; it's for everyone, and the Romulans. What am I doing? Do that. Burns 2 mana for that.
Altering course. Standing by.
Enterprise on station. Sensors indicate new contact.
Ready and able.
Another Emet needs repair.
Altering course. Awaiting orders. Standing by.
Uh-oh.
Ready and able. Standing by. Change heading.
We can't colonize this yet. Because, you know, we don't have the resources. We don't have the research yet, and we don't want to waste the resource space on that. Let's get some trade on the go to get some more money. Let's get some more crystal. Go attack that M-class planet in a second. But let's get a few more ships along with that. Once we have the resources, so let's sell a bit of metal. Suddenly the Federation guards a hostile paste ratio evolved from sentient pizza. Yeah, that would be scary, wouldn't it, Mr. Dalek? So right, I'm just playing a bit of AOTF as well to show you that it is actually playable.
What? Who's playable?
Well, the Federation's relatively playable, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the Klingons is almost exactly as playable as the Feds now.
The abilities, capital ship abilities, broken strings all the time.
Sorry?
Broken strings, you know, Feds broke, Feds fixed, Klings broke.
No, they're more or less there. There aren't many Klingon strings that are missing.
Oh,
From a
icons, though.
research, from a gameplay, and from a ship perspective, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's just a cosmetic fluff then, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Cosmetics. Feds have had more done. No doubt. No doubt. But playability-wise, like from a can you do the same shit with the Klingons as you can with the
I think,
Feds?
like some ships still don't have abilities like, you know,
The Devastator.
yeah.
I think that's the one ship that I think is struggling for
D7.
abilities right now.
Titan as well. Titan doesn't have any abilities either. But out of all of them, that's not that bad, is it?
Standing by.
Right. Let's see what's out there. And I know what's out there. It's not going to be easy for this small group of ships.
Standing by.
Hey, the research is complete, so that means that they should begin building the trade station. There we go.
Also found a colonizable planet.
Which means we should soon be able to get another colonizable planet. Which is this M-class. However, it's guarded by a rather heavy defense force. Who are for once all in the same spot, so this should actually be an interesting battle.
Ready and able.
What's the matter, Go?
I just found another opportunity to use the puke gif. And you know I never miss an opportunity for that.
Go on.
You know the puke gif.
Yes, I know the puke gif. Of course I know the puke gif. I love the puke gif.
Structure complete.
Oh, you want some more, dear? There you go.
So what's it for this time?
It's just in our internal moderation segment.
It's like it's the most gentlemanly, you know.
Yeah, you can just imagine him saying "old bean" once he's finished puking, can't you? And
Target its engines.
Ready weapons.
Capital. What the fuck are you?
Come on. There we go. Engine's damaged. There we go, it's a Class Y freighter. Freighter's traveling. Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's the Breen, not Breen again.
Oh no, not the Breen, not Breen.
They're putting up a firefight.
Whoa, there's gonna be a firefight.
There she blows.
Did you know that there was gonna be a firefight?
Good soldiers follow orders. Let's get that thing a bit aggressive. Run! Where's Archer? Shields it down. Let's overload those weapons. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Send in the colony frigate.
Increase power to engines.
Enterprise to fleet. Coordinate set. Full impulse.
Drop a buoy for the
Begin a sensor scan.
deploy the buoy.
Awaiting orders.
Da boy.
Research complete.
Prepare the colonists. Bring us about.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Shattercourse.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Oh look, it's a Conqueror class destroyer.
You know what to do.
Burn them all.
That's the one. Okay. What might be my last restart for the Klingon research.
Shit, that ion cannon is taking out the shields real quick. That's doing a ton of damage.
Destination set. Engage engines.
Two more inbound from the planet's arse crack. Do 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dramatic music.
Just tell me where to go.
Target their antimatter. Oh boy, yeah, that's getting. No!
Drop the Garnopus. Brah.
Get the hell out of there!
Altering course.
Do those blue bolts do specific damage against shields? Robocop had it again.
More crystal is needed.
Standing by. Understood.
I'll head back. Get the fleet repaired. I'm thinking, Go, considering you're dependent on it much more, maybe move the refinery back one tier.
For the feds.
Yeah.
Could do. There you go, Max. That's what we got.
Have a look. It's pretty good. I like it.
There we go. I decided to just leave the D7 by itself so you could basically get it as soon as you'd researched it as the Klingons.
The feds require everything before you can get the Connie.
I know, and that's one of the differences between the two, and I quite like the idea of that.
What's preventing anyone from bum rushing the D7 then?
The fact that it's the final tier.
You just gotta, it's a massive waste in differences in the amount of resources people have to spend.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's a huge difference. Oh well, we'll see in the beta how it lasts.
I was going to say, we'll play test it, and if it's no good, we can always just add a line going from here to here.
Yeah, it's like require that.
Enterprise on station.
I just think it might be interesting for a different type of playstyle.
Gauge engines.
Oh, I agree. It would be interesting, but also I'm scared of it.
Oh, it might be shit. We'll find out, won't we? Well, there we go. Let's push those changes before anybody else pushes anything.
My stuff is only cosmetic stuff I'm pushing. So. Whoa! Sam Boutel 17 is now following.
Hey!
I don't know who that is, but hi! So yeah, it's building that. I guess some more trade on the go, because trade is a lot more important than actual planetary income now. And soon, once we have the research for a dome network, something we'll be able to get here. Hey look, Dabui is still here. It's called Orion Fix, not Dabui. The buoy has been deployed. Can't wait to make a debris mesh for this one. That should be fun. Have one of the arms break off.
Planet development finished. Structure complete.
Fat.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions before we wrap this up?
Something happened. The buoy went boom boom.
The boy's out of here.
Yeah. Docking at beep, 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 beep. Transporting goods. Let's go. Space trucking. So what kind of star type this is? Is this for once just a regular star? It's just a white one. Huh. That's surprising. Alright, Mr. Dalek, ask your question. Where do I get my sound effects, asks Centurion. Well, from all over the place. Usually a lot of the time from all the Trek games, official Trek resources, TrekCore.com has a lot of good sounds. I have a huge database of sounds from games that I've gathered over the years. From Bridge Commander Armada, Elite Force 1 and 2, Star Trek New World, Star Trek Starfleet Command 1 to 3. Star Trek Legacy. Yeah, usually from from those places. Some from I sample sections of sound from Stowe. Ah, Dolly, no, we don't. Sorry, buddy. We don't have an ETA. We'll let you know when it's done. When it's done.
I think we said it on the start of the stream that it was last week.
Oh yeah, it's already released.
Ready for action. Bring us about.
Oh, yeah,
Construct more research stations.
that's why. Oh yeah, Chris, I remember what the problem was again. We needed to move the starbase, the space stations, we needed to move those to the logistics tab.
What
We needed to move the space stations themselves to the logistics tab.
are you talking about, Willis?
The like the civilian station unlocks, we needed to move them to a tab which handles with civilian research. Because now
Well, I thought we were going to change the name of the stations to a space frame station and a.
and the what?
Hmm?
And what else? What's the other thing?
Oh, it's basically a software station, so you just call it experimental station.
I need to have a think about that. Because color coding and stuff is one of the factors I want to consider.
Eh?
I'll get back to you on it.
All right, you do you.
It's not very, it doesn't seem very, logical in my head at the moment.
Well, the reason that we changed the research in that way is because we wanted space frames primarily to be dealt with entirely via what used to be the military research options, and then things like abilities, weapon upgrades, etc. Because they're not necessarily
Hold up.
space frames. They'd be done with the other research segment.
I'm just going to check where it's determined what kind of research it requires. Is it a tab? Or is it the actual...
It is. It's determined by whether it's in the combat range or whether it's in the non-combat range. We might well be able to change in the third tab down whether that is combat or non-combat. But I'm not sure.
Hmm. Yes, Centurion. We do still need voice work. And question: What AOTF 3 be called? AOTF 3 Cat in a Tree. 2 will AOTF be called AOTF 4 Wesley Zapor. No, AOTF 3 will be called Hot Diggity. And AOTF 4 will be called Math is a Chore.
AOTF 4 will be called Star Trek Armada 3.
Will it though?
It is.
Will it?
It already is. It's there. We've done that one. Done it to death.
Will we though?
That time period can now suck my dick. I'm busy with other things.
To be fair, the Lost Years one, I am looking forward to that. You know, full playable Cardassian race and all.
I'm mostly interested in TMP, to be honest.
Yeah, so am I. But I do kind of, you know, Cardies, you know, as their own thing. Yeah, would be lovely, Centurion. We'll definitely have a listen to them.
Construct more research stations. Planet development finished. Structure complete. Insufficient metal. Insufficient metal.
I think we're at the point where we might want to bring this to an end now.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, you know, if we call the research station Starfleet Engineering and Starfleet...
Experimental systems?
Starfleet Research?
Structure complete.
It would work. I mean, as I say, I've been trying to define them kind of almost between hardware and software.
Yeah, but
always
that doesn't work for Trek, name-wise.
No, but I mean, that's the way that I've been trying to define things. Oh, we'll have a think about it off stream. I'm sure we'll come up with a valid answer. Oh, hang on. There's a particular research place that does space frames, isn't there?
Yeah, Utopia Planitia,
Yeah.
also known as Starfleet Engineering.
It.
Further planet upgrades are required. Planet development finished. Insufficient metal. Structure complete.
I'm just showing some gameplay. Let's speed this up a bit.
Planet development finished.
Building stuff to get my resources going a bit.
Structure complete. Structure complete.
Hmm?
It's quite amused by the thingamajiggy zipping around. Woo!
Oh, we're not gone yet, Mr. Dalek. I'm just showing off a little bit more gameplay, you know, just for you guys to enjoy. Just note, these are not yet the final build times or build speeds or stuff.
No, or costs for that matter. Something that we do need to do a final pass on.
There we go. That should be a bit more resource income. There we go. Class Y freighters, Class J freighters going about now. Might come up with a new Starfleet construction ship model because I feel that it might be confusing to have the freighter for both.
Perhaps.
It'll be very similar.
I was going to say, perhaps you could use the same front and then have the rear is slightly different or something.
I'd probably build something myself because it's a NEF design. Might have it in Starfleet grey, you know, keep the civilians as the brown and the Starfleet stuff in the grey.
Stands to reason. It's likely that they've sourced materials from different places.
More high grade materials. I might base it a bit more off the colony ship wise, head wise.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think you were talking about that the other day, weren't you?
Nah, the colony ship model isn't all too perfect, but that's a whole nother ballpark discussion. So let's see what our resource income is now. Look, because of trade, we're now getting a lot more. That's some more than that, and there we go. And our resource extraction rate is a lot more as well. And our refinery freighters aren't even everywhere yet. Well, Chris, are we looking for any particular voiceovering?
I'm going to have to check what voices we've already got, so let me get back to it. I think we're probably going to want more in the way of Klingon voices than Fed voices.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Romulans as well.
Or Romulan, yeah. I think if you haven't got the gravel in your voice, maybe Romulan's the way to go. But typically what we want is, we want what you would expect from Sin. So say something like 3 on select voices. So if you select a ship, it'll say, oh, howdy, or whatever. And then if you tell it to move, you'll have 3 different move voices, which is, oh, I'm going there. And then the attack voice is, I'm going to kill that thing.
That's what it comes down to.
And then probably only 1 warp sound, I would expect.
Yeah, I usually take one of the move sounds.
Yeah, often.
I think that's a nice one.
Klingon and Romulan more so than anything else because there's a wealth of Federation voices out there for us to play with.
Mm-hmm. And not to be nasty, but you know, it's always nice to use studio recorded quality stuff rather than, you know, homemade stuff. Unless you have like studio quality stuff lying about, you know, then that'd be great.
Well, one thing that we have been doing is we've been doing a little bit of afterwork on some of the voices, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it doesn't necessarily need to. You don't need to record it in a studio necessarily, as long as you've got a decent enough mic that we can work with it. If something isn't good enough for us to be able to add a reasonable, say, reverb or radio static effect to it, then we would bin it. Of course, you know, if somebody gave us the sounds and we weren't able to use them, we'd tell them that we were going to do that because, yeah, it would seem a little bit off.
You know, we're dicks. You know, we're dicks, but we're not that big of dicks.
But yeah, so Klingon and Romulan. So if anybody wants to do voices, they can send us. Does Stellar Parallax have a proper email address yet?
Yeah, it's the one we use for Twitch stuff. Let me check what the actual email address is, and I'll plop it in the chat. Come on, what's this called? Compose. Where the hell am I sending this from? How do I know what my email address is on Gmail?
I think I might be able to check it directly. Give me a moment.
There we go. Got it.
Oh, okay.
If you think you got good voice work, no, not Fedability Construct. There we go.
And if you need to record it all in one single segment and you can't cut the sounds up yourself,
That's fine.
that's fine. Just make sure you give us like a 10-second gap in between your recordings,
Just,
and then
just,
we'll
you know,
be able to
just,
cut them up.
just a couple of like a second or two gap will be fine. As long as we have time, you know, the places to cut and paste.
Chief, we've been calling you for the last 2.5 hours.
No, I didn't call you.
Every minute of every day, Chief.
Don't think about the rest. When we all give the power, we all give the best. And everyone sings everything and every song. Everybody sings.
Yeah, so for a Romulan, I suppose
Life is life.
you'll probably want to put like a little hint of arrogance in there, if you can, and just have a fairly softly spoken voice, because that seems to be how the Romulans generally are.
We lie in shadows.
But we must stop this now, because I want to go away for at least 40 minutes before I have to start streaming.
All right. Well, folks, you heard him. Don't even have anything to say on my own streams anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it tonight, and I wish you adieu.
Have a wonderful evening, folks.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, piss off. Anyway, folks, we hope you had a good night. Bye-bye.
See you later.